I think I got it.
You're not in here, right?
No, I'm not in there. I'm out here. We're on a field trip.
The calves are insane.
Funny thing is I'm training calves now.
Dang.
I know. No. I didn't train calves pretty much all last year. Well, you don't want them to be overly dominant. Sorry if I'm breathing funky. I need to go get my other phone. Let's get access to the chat. So I can see what you guys do. Does it sound all nasally? Okay. Let's see. Now let's go. To YouTube. Can see your chat. Field trip to the gym. We're gonna do little leg hamstrings. Here, here, here. That. So you can see that. You can see this machine. Wrong password. Hold on, y'all. So once I get the chat going so I can see your questions, we're going to go over hamstring exercises and why. Oh, should go. I really wish I went horizontal. Maybe I still can. Okay. So, I don't know if it was a good idea to go vertical, but whatever. Okay, so hamstrings, right here. Really, let me see. Okay, I need the app, and that's why. Mustard. Mama. Oh, YouTube has to update on this. Awesome. So now I can't see it. Okay. I wish there was a way to see the chat. Oh wait, can I have? I might be able to see the chat. I so put this on the wrong part. You need to get a close up of my face. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So we have 3 different hamstring machines here. One is a seated hamstring machine, which is this one. Most people will see this in the gym. We have another version over there that is a little bit different. This is different. What happens, and I'll show this on the probably you can go over there, but I'm not gonna. Okay. Okay. So this pad is like 2 separate pads, and so they move, and that's a benefit because you're using more stabilizing muscles when you're doing the exercise. So it's more challenging, which means you're gonna get more going lighter, more benefits going lighter, more challenge, more stimulus. So the difference between seated and then maybe I should just take you guys with me off of this thing because I need to show it to you. So if you can see, then you have the lying hamstring curl, which is this one. Okay, you put your hands here, lay like this, feet go underneath, and you curl it in. Another variation is here, and you are almost standing, right? So you're gonna look like this, or you can stand upright and do it. Okay, 3 different ones. So I'm gonna go over the benefits of 3 different ones, the cons of each one, when and why you would use each one, and if you don't have each one, what you can do instead, like if you're at home. Now, if you're at home it's not going to be as challenging. Let me scratch that. It will be challenging. But eventually, it's not going to be challenging enough because your strength should grow and progress. Ugh. Oh, look it. I just changed the gym around. There we go. So, let's start with the benefits of the seated. So, the seated hamstring curl is probably the most effective for building the hamstrings because your hamstrings are going to start out stretched. So right now, standing up, my hamstrings, they're not stretched, right? Like to stretch them, I would have to bend over, right? So you flex here, you flex hand and hips. In doing that, it elongates the hamstring. So when I'm going like this, it's elongating my hamstring. So when you're doing a stiff-legged deadlift and you're not lowering, you're not bending your knees, you're going to target more of that hamstring because you're stretching it more. Just like when you're at home and you're super tight and you're like, oh, I just gotta stretch. Oh. Same thing, that's what you're stretching. Okay. Anyway. So, you're going to get more of a stretch. You bend over. So here, when you're curling in, you're in a seated position. So you're stretching like this. You're stretching that hamstring. You're already getting a pre-stretch. Hamstrings get important. Okay, before I even sit in this, don't just sit. Make sure it fits. Okay? So for me, I'm not the same height as everybody that comes in here and you sit. And a lot of times, for some reason, there's a really short person that uses this machine at night, and then when I come and use it, it's like the back. Look at him right now. The back is all the way to the front, okay, and like this is squeezed all the way up. I have long legs, and I'm 5'7", 5'8", depends on what show I'm getting measured at. So this usually can't be all the way tucked in. If it is, I'm not going to engage my hamstrings the most. I'm going to engage my calves more. So you want this pad to kind of rest right here. Calves are going to come into play no matter what. It's kind of like a secondary, in my opinion. But you want to use them as little as possible. So I'm going to fix this first. For me, this ranges, there's little notches in it, and it ranges from 1 to 5. For me, I like number 3. If you're not sure, take it till you make it. Put it on one that looks like if you're tall, put it all the way to the tall. If you're short, put it all the way to the short, right? And then sit in it and feel it. If it doesn't feel right, stop, get up, fix it. Don't keep going, okay? You're not married to the set. You like sign papers where you have to finish it out. You're not till death do us part. Just get up. So, anyway, moving it to 3, tighten it so you don't get in it and it freaks out on you. Now for the back pad. For me, because I am trying to bring, scratch that, I'm not trying to bring, and no one's scratching anything, you're all in there, just, forget that. I really want to target right here, right where my glute ties into my hamstring. They call it the glute hamstring tie. It is not its own muscle. It is where muscles come together. So I want to make sure I'm getting the full range of motion. I want to bring I want to contract my hamstring as much as I can, which means you're bringing the back of your ankle as close to your glute as you can. So if you are doing this machine and you're not bringing it all the way in, you are missing out on the upper part of this exercise. So if you feel like you're underdeveloped up here in that area, it doesn't necessarily have to be the booty. I mean, you don't have to be a girl, but just in your hamstrings, you might want to consider doing full range of motion. So now for this back pad, like I said, I push it all the way back because I don't want to rely on it. And not so much about where I want to be seated, because I do want to be up close, and I want to be able to fold my knees like this under my knees to bring that, like I said, that full contraction in. But I also don't want to press into the back pad, which you'll see a lot of guys do when they go really heavy. And they push off of this part with their hands, and then they press against the pad, all to bring it in. It's like a bad, lame dance. Like, don't do that. Just use your hamstrings. So anyway, I'm gonna push it back because I don't want to use it. You're gonna see I still scooch all the way forward. I'm gonna rest the back of my ankles on here where it looks super worn out like a digging party. And then I'm gonna curl it in, okay? And I'm not gonna do this weight. This is a lot of weight. So, how much weight should you do? Start light. I'm not married to it. It feels too light for the rep range you're about to do. Nice. So, ankles go here. Right now, at 30 pounds is a little too light. I can already tell. Like it's, yeah. One of my legs. So I'm going to scooch all the way forward. Ankles go here, right? See how I can kind of fold over so it's not the back of my feet. It's like right here. The lower part of your calf is probably a better destination point. And I'm scooched all the way forward, okay? I'm lightly grabbing here. Okay, and the reason why I'm doing this is I want to get as much of that pre-stretch of the hamstring as possible. So I'm like this, okay? And then to curl in, people who use momentum don't use momentum. Imagine that your feet, your body is stuck. Everything is stuck. Your core is engaged. You're not squeezing here. And you're slowly controlling it this way. Now what I like to envision is my muscles are going like this and like this. Like this, you know? And am I controlling it? Do I have a half-second pause or a full second pause at the bottom? And then slowly control it back up. And then back in. Full range of motion all the way in. Some people will only go to here. You're missing like half your hamstring. And then you want to come just before the weight hits the stack. Okay? You don't want to be going like this. No. Right before, because when you rest that weight, you're not using then your muscle to lift it off necessarily. Now sometimes if I pause and then I start from a full start, sure. But that's very hard to do, and you're gonna get injured a lot of times because you're coming from too much of a stretch position. You want a little bit of engagement there, okay? So I'm here, I have full release, full stretch, and now I'm bringing it in. And I wanna really squeeze right where it hits my booty. The pro of this exercise is you're going to get the most growth. So you're pre-stretched so much and you're in a position where your back isn't engaged. So like I'll show you on the line one, on the line hamstring curl, a lot of people will kind of do this with their glutes when they bring it in, and they're using their lower back to help bring the weight up instead of staying fixated and just bringing in the ankles to the booty. And so here I'm staying upright, right? And in position, but you'll see there, I'll show you what a lot of people will do that will end up being a lot of more lower back. So here, this takes away that lower back because you're in a seated position. You can bring that pad up to help prevent you from trying to engage the lower back. And then also you get a full range of motion. So you're able to go from top to bottom in a pre-stretched position. So you're gonna get a lot more gains, a lot more definition, a lot more development faster with this exercise. Doesn't mean you don't do the other ones though, because the other ones have a benefit too. You can do this one with one leg, which I recommend. Take the weight down. Up. Make sure you get a full stretch and you control it. I also like to watch where my foot is. Am I to the left? Am I to the right? Does my knee cave in when I try to bring the weight in to my glute, or does it fully stretch? So a lot of things that you want to look for when you're doing this before you start adding weight. So are you bouncing at the bottom? Are you holding too hard onto this? Are you pushing against the back? Are you moving your torso? Are your abs engaged? Are you knee knocking when you're doing it to try to engage the quads more? Do your thighs come off? Do your hamstrings come off of the pad? Trying to squeeze it together so you can engage other body parts? Just things you want to ask yourself. Now, you'll notice I didn't bring this down. A lot of people, you'll see bring the pad down to help keep their thighs there, right? And I'll do that if I'm trying a very heavy weight and I know my form is going to lack a little, or I'm going to need a little momentum to lift it and I'm just trying to challenge the body, then that's okay. But I recommend before you go up in weight that you master the weight load with no extra help, no extra resistance. Are you able to keep your legs to the machine, or are they wiggling off because you're having difficulty engaging the hamstrings to move them? So now let's see what questions you guys have before we move on to the next one, or even if I'm live streaming. Who knows? I'm never going to be live. And instead of going on my phone, I'm going to go here. I'm going to be smarter than the average bear. And I am going to go on my computer, and I'm a faster typer anyway, so. Hey, Red. You can't hear me very well? That's not good. Could you hear me at all, though? I hope you could hear me. I wonder if I need to change. Let's try this. Tell me if you can hear me better. I'm sorry, you're seeing like my fingers. Gross. Ew. How do I do that without you seeing my fingers? It's so gross. I'll get better. I'm sweaty. Okay, so now that it's like hot, I'm gonna take my goggles. Did this thing die? I wonder if this thing died and that's why. We'll get it.